Hankinson is also involved in another video where he specifically asks whether or not the body camera was on, and then the camera goes off because they want it off so they can have a candid conversation without being recorded, right? Turn your phone off, make sure you're not recording anything. Then we can really say, hey man, I really screwed up on that. I'm going to need some help. What should I do? A candid conversation can take place after the body cameras are off. There's more body camera footage. So per Daniel Cameron's statement, it sounds like we are in a situation where everything was already over before the other people showed up. So he says, yep, we have no scene of them trying to execute the warrant. They were all responding officers. That's not really true, because we see right here in this next video that they did have body cameras on as Kenneth Walker was walking literally out of his apartment. So we're going to see this next clip. He's walking out with his hands behind his back. They've got a dark scene. They've got this guy screaming at him, who I think is Detective Hankinson. I haven't confirmed that, but that is what the story says. Screaming at him, walk back, walk back. I'm going to send this dog on you. So the warrant has not even been effectuated yet. This is still part of an active crime scene. They showed up, and it's not like the previous video that I just showed you where things were mostly done and over, where they're poking around the apartment. This next clip, this is still in the heat of the moment. Kenneth Walker is not even in handcuffs yet. He's still backing up towards the officers. So this is still active. It's still going on. Is this body camera footage not relevant? Is this not part of the execution of the warrant? I think it 100% is, because until he's in custody with his hand behind his back, handcuffed, taken down to the police station, he's not in custody yet. So he's in custody, but Daniel Cameron already told us there was no body camera footage. We didn't need to see anything. That's not exactly true. That's not exactly accurate. Let's take a look at this next clip. You're going to see Kenneth Walker, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, walking backwards. We're going to see this dog who wants to rip his head off, and we've got, he just had his girlfriend just shot 6 times. She's now dead. 3 cops firing bullets every which way. He's walking back. It's a traumatic scene. Let's take a look.
Walk straight back or I'll send this dog on you. Walk back to my voice. Walk back or I'll send this dog. Walk back to me. Keep on walking. Walk now. Walk. Walk back to me. Watch out, harder. Walk back to me now. Now. Take your hands in the air. Get down on your knees. Watch that, man. Get down on your knees. Don't look back. Don't look back. Put your hands on your head. I'm looking, guys.
All right, so the warrant just got executed right there when his hands were behind his back or on his head. They put the handcuffs on him. That's the end of the scene there. So why didn't we see that? Or why didn't Daniel Cameron show us that body camera existed? We saw another officer that had a body camera mounted on his shoulder. We just saw active body camera footage of the final part of the arrest. Were those other officers around right after the shooting? Or, were they on the other side of the apartment? What the heck? Where? There is body camera footage. We can see it. I just showed it to you. So who should we believe, Daniel Cameron or your lying eyes? This is body camera footage that is highly relevant. There's a lot of material that we can decipher from this, but he said it didn't exist. So what other evidence doesn't exist that wasn't presented to the grand jury? Is it just this? Is it just a couple body camera clips that he didn't think were relevant to the original charge? Is there other information from other officers who were also there? 7 cops instead of the 3? So this is what we're talking about. Everybody is quick to just, take his statement and say, well, look, I've heard this from a lot of the right-wing commentators, a lot of the news people saying, well, look, it's just Daniel Cameron. I mean, all he can do is just be, a sort of an executioner of the law. And all he did was gather the facts and present it to the grand jury. The grand jury decided not to indict them. And so what can Daniel Cameron be blamed for? All he does is gather the facts and present them. But if he's missing half of the facts, or 75% of the facts, what is he presenting to the grand jury? In this case, presumably, he told us that there was no body camera footage. If he told us there was no body camera footage, and then a couple days later, Vice.com goes and finds hours of it, I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Or are you supposed to take his word for it when it's very clear that there is other body camera footage? There's more evidence out there. So the grand jury indictment, I don't know what was presented there. We're probably never going to know what was actually presented there, because I think this case is mostly closed. Although I said that last week. I thought last week or 2 weeks ago when they had the settlement with Breonna Taylor's family, I had a feeling that was probably going to be the end of it. It, of course, isn't. Because we were taking the government's word for it. We trusted that there was nothing there, that there was no body camera footage, and we wanted to default and say in favor of the officers. They were fired upon, so they had a duty to fire back, and they were self-defense, and they were protecting themselves. We wanted to take their word for it, but why would we do that? Because it's half-truths all the time. This is what happens with prosecutors' offices and big government in general. It's not good. Very frustrating, because we can see clearly there is body camera footage.